Good morning, distinguished guests, and welcome to Charles Sturt's graduation ceremony for the Faculty of Business, Justice and Behavioural Science. My name is Kate Woodfoy. I'm the Director of External Engagement at the Port Macquarie campus, and I am absolutely honoured to be your Master of Ceremonies today. The official party and academic procession will enter shortly, so I'd like to take a few moments to speak about today's ceremony. Please do ensure that your mobile phone is switched to silent for the duration of the ceremony. However, we do encourage videography and photography of your loved ones as they cross the stage. For everyone's safety and comfort, please ensure that the little ones remain with their caregivers at all times during the ceremony and that the aisles are kept clear. Guests must remain seated for the ceremony but will be asked to be upstanding for a few special instances. As the procession enters the auditorium, and during the singing of the national anthem, and then again at the conclusion of the ceremony when the procession leaves the auditorium. Refreshments will be served outside after the ceremony on the upper floor mezzanine. In the unlikely event that we need to evacuate the venue, an announcement will come here from the stage, and the staff from the Glasshouse and our team will assist you to move safely to the exits. So, we're just about to get underway, and we're very pleased that you've been able to join us today to celebrate with your graduate. I'll return shortly to announce the official party and the academic procession. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Professor Renee Leon, Vice-Chancellor of Charles Sturt University. Firstly, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners and custodians of the land and pay my respects to the heritage and culture of elders past, present and emerging. I am proud to send this graduation message to you. On behalf of the entire Charles Sturt University community, I extend my congratulations to you. Your achievement is a testament to perseverance, ambition, and adaptability. Part of the excitement of graduating is being able to share it with your family, friends, and those that have supported you. You have worked hard at achieving the success that we celebrate with you today. Graduating is a major life achievement, and it truly is a day to celebrate. And I ask you to pause and contemplate the journey that has led you to this moment. At some point, I'm sure that each of you will have faced professional, personal, academic, and even pandemic challenges. I want you to take a moment to reflect on your significant academic achievement and how it will help you to go where you want to be in the future. The ethos at Charles Sturt University is clearly described by the Wiradjuri phrase Yindyamara Winangana, which means the wisdom of respectfully knowing how to live well in a world worth living in. With the experiences you have gained during your studies, you are uniquely placed to go out into the world and enjoy a career that makes a real difference to your community. I wish you every success as you embark on your next steps. And remember, as alumni, you will always be a valued member of the Charles Sturt University community, and I urge you to keep in contact with us as you continue your professional and personal journey. Once again, congratulations on your graduation and best wishes for the future. Thank you.
Please stand and welcome our official party. Please be seated. I would now like to invite Uncle Bill O'Brien, OAM, to deliver the Welcome to Country.
Good morning, everybody. May I say thank you to Kate. I'd just like to acknowledge our dignitaries, our special guests, parents, and also the students. And I'd like to also take this opportunity to congratulate you on your graduation today. Yamaragai Gimbe, Bidri means welcome friends to Biripi country. And it is on behalf of Biripi people, custodians of this land. I'd like to pay respect to the elders both past and present and extend that respect to each and every one present. I hope my feelings for this land is that of my ancestors, and hope you can understand the importance of what this land means to the Biripi people. Firstly, I ask you to look and protect the beauty of the sea, with its blue and its green and the life that is in it, as it continues to provide a nutritional diet to our people. Then gaze upon the golden sands and the jagged land and the life that is there. The abundance of shellfish is another treat for us all to enjoy. Put your hand to your brow and you will see a river or two, a river that is like our veins, that bring life to the land and all the many creatures that surround it. There within the borders of the Biripi nation is the green and the gold, the red and the black. That's in our beautiful hinterland. It has an abundance of wildlife, nuts and berries, and the shelter provides us. Then there's the sky with its ever-changing mood, the blue and the grey, the thunder and the whiteness of the lightning bolts. In the mornings they're reds, orange and yellows, and now and then they may be painted mauve or pink. And if for some reason you happen to miss it, don't worry too much, as it's repeated for you just before dusk. They're the ever-changing clouds and sometimes none at all, and the colours of the rainbow are such a sacred thing. Yes, we are the custodians of this great and beautiful land handed down from our forefathers. So I seek to help all my brothers and sisters to maintain the trust of our ancestors and care for our culture and the land. Yeah, when we get old, too old to run, because then we'll pass on our land and culture to a much younger mob. So to the young, make us proud, grow strong and get the best education you can. Listen to the elders and their words of wisdom, because of their wisdom and their sacrifices, you now have a choice. And we hope your choice will always be a wise one. Let's just enjoy the future of the Biripi Nation. Shum, Madagai, Madambu. That means come. You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle Bill, for that beautiful welcome. Please now all stand and join Miss Olwen Williams in singing the first verse of the National Anthem.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are one and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts, our beauty rich and rare. In history's page let every state advance Australia fair. In joyful strains and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Thank you, Olwen. I now invite the Presiding Officer, University Council Member Leanne Haywood, OAM, to deliver the opening address.
Graduates and distinguished guests, I warmly welcome you to the 2024 Charles Sturt University graduation ceremony. Firstly, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet, the Biripi people. I also pay respect to the heritage and culture of the elders, both past and present, and extend that respect to other First Nations people present here today. I'd like to extend a special welcome to our special guests, Uncle Bill O'Brien, OAM, Biripi Elder and Companion of the University, Dr. Auntie Rhonda Radley, Biripi Elder, Mrs. Lee Vaughan, OAM, Foundation Mid-North Coast Regional Consultative Committee Member, Mid-North Coast Regional Consultative Committee Members Kellen Beard, Regional Director Mid-North Coast Business New South Wales, and Meg Teasdale, Manager Business Development with Bird On Group. I also welcome Linda Taylor, Strategic Partnerships Manager with Business New South Wales, and our guest speaker, Charles Sturt alumni, Sarah Kruger. I would like to officially welcome our graduates, along with their families and friends. I thank each of you for making the time to share in today's celebrations. I would like to officially welcome our graduates, along with their families and friends, after what has been an unprecedented couple of years. It is an honour and a pleasure to come together in person now to celebrate the achievements of our graduates and also the spirit and resilience of everyone in the community. Your achievement in graduating today is a testament to your perseverance and ambition. Part of the excitement of today is being able to share it with your loved ones who have supported you throughout the journey that has brought you to this defining moment. Our graduates are a diverse range of students. Some here today might be the first person in their family to attend and graduate from university. Some have studied part-time, others have balanced work and family commitments, or maybe completed their entire degree online. There are many in this room who spent their time studying with us on campus and have made fond memories and lasting friendships. Some of this study has been accomplished remotely, and although many of you did not picture your university years being this way, I commend you for your flexibility and resilience throughout those challenging times. Irrespective of how you completed your degree, all of you have worked extremely hard in order to pursue your goals. and I offer you my praise for your dedication. At Charles Sturt University, we are aware of the important role we play in developing the skills regional communities need. We're very proud to have the highest graduate employment rate in the nation, and our graduate starting salaries are also amongst the highest. We are internationally recognised across many disciplines, including policing, business and law, as well as ethics and philosophy. With the hands-on experience you've gained during your studies, you are uniquely placed to go out into the world and enjoy a career that makes a real difference to your community. Acknowledging the culture and insight of Indigenous Australia, our ethos is clearly described by the Wiradjuri phrase, Yindyamarra Wenangana, which means the wisdom of respectfully knowing how to live well in a world worth living in. You are now ideally positioned to create and contribute to a vibrant and sustainable future, whether just starting out in a chosen profession, seeking career advancement, or pushing the boundaries of current research. With a degree from Charles Sturt University, your options are endless. You join the ranks of the Charles Sturt alumni who are giving back to their communities on a local, national and global scale. At some point, I'm sure that every student here will have faced personal, professional, academic and pandemic challenges along the way. Do take a moment after you've walked across the stage to reflect on your significant academic achievement and how it helps you to get where you want to be in the future. Graduation is truly a day to not only reflect on your journey, but to celebrate all that you have achieved. To you all, I extend my sincere congratulations. Enjoy the well-deserved recognition of your efforts. Being here today is a remarkable achievement, and it is the first step to many more. I wish you every success as you continue your professional and personal journey. And remember, as alumni, you will always be a valued member of the Charles Sturt University community. We look forward to hearing your stories of how you have not only made a difference, but changed the world for the better. Once again, congratulations on your graduation and best wishes for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Leanne. It's now my pleasure to introduce our special guest speaker today, Charles Sturt alumna, Sarah Kruger. Sarah was the Chief Human Resource Officer for Accenture and has also been the Managing Director responsible for the Talent and Organisation Consulting practice, specialising in people-based change, human resources advisory and the human side of digital transformation. Sarah spent over 25 years at Accenture and prior to that worked in the public service. Sarah retired from Accenture at the end of last year. She studied a Bachelor of Business Accounting at Charles Sturt University in Wagga, graduating in 1992. She has been lucky to support many large Australian businesses transform as sectors evolve while working in the consulting sector for Accenture. Sarah is now moving into board and advisory roles and believes the rural background and education she received at Charles Sturt and the friendships she formed have laid a strong foundation for what she's been able to achieve. Please join me in welcoming our special guest speaker, Sarah Kruger.
Thank you for the kind introduction. Good morning to our presiding officer, Uncle Bill, Dr. Auntie Rhonda, Mrs. Vaughan, OAM, Mr. Beard, Ms. Teasdale and Ms. Taylor. Welcome to all of the distinguished guests, proud parents and friends, and of course the amazing graduates for 2024. As a Charles Sturt alumni from the Wagga campus, I'm honoured to be sharing the journey that I have had along the way since leaving university. This has been built on the education that I gained, the values that I learnt, and the friendships that I made. I look back on the time that I had at Wagga really proudly. I enjoy and I continue to be really strong friends with many of the people that I made connections with there. And I hope that you're able to also look back on your Port Macquarie experience in the same way. Now, when I first hit the jobs market back in 1992, thanks for highlighting the date, I didn't exactly know what I wanted to do. Now, I know a number of you will have roles and will be in jobs and will also have clearly laid out paths. There'll also be a lot of you who don't know what you want to do, and that's perfectly okay, because it's in your early career that you build the foundations and get the experiences that will set you up for the rest of your life. And it's key to get the difference between experiences and experience in that context. I know that it was the experiences and the journey that I was on in Wagga that definitely set me up for the future that I had. Now, even though I didn't necessarily know what I wanted to do, I had managed to secure myself a job in the public service as a graduate in one of the departments. The challenge was, it was also the last recession that Australia actually had, and that department decided to cancel all of its graduate jobs just before I started. Now, this was a time that wasn't necessarily the best market to be graduating from university, but maybe because I was a little bit young and maybe a little bit naive, it didn't really worry me at the time. I was not that far from Canberra, and so I decided to take on temporary roles. My first job was issuing import certificates for dogs, cats, horse sperm, and the last white rhino. Now, while I didn't necessarily need an accounting degree for that, I was able to use the skills and the values that I had gained at university. I learned a lot about process. I learnt that quarantine is really important in Australia, so please be careful about what you bring in. I also learnt that networks and connections are really important. And it also gave me an opportunity to be in a department when a finance role did come up. Now, I did get that finance role, and then I got a permanent job in one of the regulatory authorities looking after insurance and superannuation organisations in a massive time of change. And this is where I got to dabble in change management, which at the time was a new and emerging area. From there, this is where I started to learn my first lesson post-university, and that was to be brave. I took the leap of faith and left the public service, remembering that we're coming out of a recession and probably having a permanent secure job in the public service is what wise people would do in staying, but not me. In hindsight, I'm glad I took that leap because I learnt a lot. I got to be a part of a growing sector and an organisation, and I built the foundations on which I've had lots of amazing opportunities and growth. It also gave me the chance to work with different people in an exciting team, and this is where I learned to say yes. When someone asks you to do something that is not necessarily on your plan, it's not necessarily 100% aligned to your deep skills, set your default to yes, because this is where you will get to meet new people, you will get to do exciting things, and where you'll really get to learn. It's also where you'll be exposed to people who can then maybe set you up for your next opportunity. For me, it's where I got to spend time in a small New South Wales town working in a cereal factory on an SAP deployment. In this town, in this experience, apart from the fact that we were located in the Rutherglen wineries, which was quite attractive, it is where I started to build networks and gain a real insight into the importance of people and connections in your career. It's also where I said yes in travelling back and forth to Perth and working with a natural resources company in the space of HR. Again, building greater networks, learning new skills in an area that I hadn't necessarily had any exposure to. I then went on to be the process lead, building an HR system for one of Australia's big four banks. Now, I was the configuration lead. When I took on that role, I could barely spell configuration, let alone do it. I knew that. I'm pretty sure the people who I was leading knew that, as did the managers. But they still wanted me to do it because of the way I was able to inspire, lead, and help that team deliver on what they needed to do. That role not only helped me build some fantastic client relationships, some great new skills because I could spell configuration, it also is the role that ultimately got me promoted to Managing Director. Then there was the time that I said yes to being the CHRO at Accenture. Now, having helped a lot of organisations and told them how they should manage their HR, I'd never actually been a practitioner. So I decided it was perhaps time to say yes and learn what it was like to be on the tools. This has given me an immense amount of skills in understanding the way the workforce is changing today, the skills that are needed, the challenges that come from compliance, and will help me as I navigate the next stage of my career on boards. Now, while saying yes is really important, it's also important to know when and how to say no. Making sure that you do this in a transparent way. Think about what's in the know that might be in other people's interests as much as it is yours. Be open to helping them navigate the path forward. For me, saying no and managing that challenge of juggling work was when I had a young family, and I needed to understand how I was going to work, when I was going to work, and what I was going to do. What I found was really critical at that point in time was having some of those networks I'd built up over the previous role to be there, to be my sponsor, and to know what I had done. That meant that when it was time for me to move back into the workforce in a different way, I was able to do that fully effectively and continue to grow. The last lesson I learnt was one about strengths. Now, this maybe took me a little bit longer to learn because we don't all know what our strengths are. I would encourage you to try and sit back and think about what your individual strengths are. We do spend a lot of time over our careers and our study focusing on our challenges and our gaps and spending a lot of time trying to fix our problems. Now, while it's important to get to a level of baseline, if you spend all of your time focusing on your gaps, you're only ever going to get to okay. It's when you focus on developing your strengths that you can really thrive and grow and achieve the things that you're all capable of achieving. So when I look back on this time and all of the things that I was able to achieve having been at Accenture, I encourage you all to be brave, say yes, no sparingly, build on your strengths, inspire the people around you, and lean into what you're capable of doing. Personally, I really value understanding and working with people who are from regional areas. I think you've got a unique characteristic, having either come from a regional area and being educated regionally. You're the people want in teams, which is why Charles Sturt University graduates find it easier to get jobs than other people. You have resilience and you have a capability. Be proud of that and put that forward when you're going for your jobs. Once again, congratulations on achieving your qualifications and good luck into the future, because I know that you'll all do great things.
Thank you, Sarah, for sharing your amazing and inspiring story, and I think we'll all go forward cherishing regionality as our superpower and being a little bit braver every day. We have now come to the exciting part of the morning. Graduates and distinguished guests, please welcome Executive Dean Professor Louis Bizot to present the graduates from the Faculty of Business, Justice and Behavioural Sciences to the Presiding Officer, University Council Member Leanne Haywood, OAM.
Presiding Officer, it is my honour to present the graduates from the Faculty of Business, Justice and Behavioural Sciences. Presiding Officer, I present the graduate in the Master of Clinical Psychology with distinction, Winona Michelle Graham. Presiding Officer, I present the graduate in the Master of Commerce, Mohammed Bilal. Presiding Officer, I present the graduate in the Master of Customs Administration, Danielle Sedina Rijizai Skinner. Presiding Officer, I present the graduate in the Master of Cybersecurity, also graduating with the Graduate Certificate in Cloud Computing and Virtualization and the Graduate Certificate in Cybersecurity, Joshua Hussein Habigolu. Brooke Adam McGilvray. Presiding Officer, I present the graduates in the Master of Information Technology, Swathi Chaluka. Andrew James Hinton. Saurav Kathiwada. Samson Karasu. Nadia Taimor. Praniva Thapa. Presiding Officer, I present the graduate in the Master of Professional Information Technology, Dilap Adithkari. Kashish Bahadur Mala. Presiding Officer, I present the graduates in the Master of Professional Psychology, Danielle Mifsud. Jessica Lynn Plaisier. Naomi Gay Wyndham. Presiding Officer, I present the graduates in the Master of Psychological Practice, with distinction, Sophie Jean Coleman. With distinction, Michelle Elizabeth Hart. With distinction, Ashley Hennessy. Jane Louise Butler. Elizabeth Collins. Ashley Kate Evans. Kylie Eileen Weideman. Presiding Officer, I present the graduate in the Master of Terrorism and Security Studies, Simon Gregory Krasnov. Presiding Officer, I present the graduate in the Graduate Diploma of Applied Business, Aidan Thomas McElveen. Presiding Officer, I present the graduates in the Graduate Diploma of Psychology, with distinction, Renee Maxine Simmons. Sarah Allen Kanamola. Presiding Officer, I present the graduate in the Postgraduate Diploma of Psychology, with distinction, Ashley Crow. Presiding Officer, I present the graduate in the Graduate Certificate in Anti-Money Laundering and Counter-Terrorist Financing, Tse Ching Oi. Presiding Officer, I present the graduates in the Graduate Certificate in Business Administration, Charles Patrick Craddock. Alana Ashley O'Gorman. Presiding Officer, I present the graduates in the Bachelor of Psychology Honours, with Honours Class 2 Division 1, Allegra Glover. With Honours Class 2 Division 1, Sarah Kirsty Parrish. With Honours Class 2 Division 1, Ryland Stanmore. Presiding Officer, I present the graduate in the Bachelor of Accounting, Abby Louise Wheatley. Presiding Officer, I present the graduate in the Bachelor of Business, Farron Olivia Want. Presiding Officer, I present the graduate in the Bachelor of Business, Human Resource Management, with distinction, Taylor Inez Launt. Presiding Officer, I present the graduate in the Bachelor of Business Marketing, Lucy Farrell. Presiding Officer, I present the graduates in the Bachelor of Business Studies, Georgia Ann Dunn. Cade Thompson McLeish. Presiding Officer, I present the graduate in the Bachelor of Computer Science with distinction, Hayden Zinner. Presiding Officer, I present the graduates in the Bachelor of Criminal Justice, Jodie Victoria Maria Johnson. Isaac Schmid. Lily Isabella Smith. Isabella Yates. Presiding Officer, I present the graduates in the Bachelor of Information Technology with distinction, Cooper James Dale Joyce. Daniel Arthur James Stewart. Presiding Officer, I present the graduates in the Bachelor of Policing and Public Safety, Sophia Joan Fletcher. Catherine Elizabeth Harwood. Presiding Officer, I present the graduate in the Bachelor of Psychology, Erin Francis Thomas. Presiding Officer, I present the graduates in the Bachelor of Public Safety and Security, Christina Grace Darcy. Daniel Glenn. Presiding Officer, I present the graduates in the Bachelor of Social Science, Psychology, Magdalene Barry. Joanne Patricia Cherry. Emily Jane Golan. Alan John Wagner. Presiding Officer, I present the graduate in the Bachelor of Technology, Civil and Master of Engineering, Civil, Osak Pamwan Oviawi. Presiding Officer, I present the graduate in the Associate Degree in Business Studies, Cherie Tarina Cheetham. Presiding Officer, I present the graduate in the Diploma of Business, Nikita Sutton. Presiding Officer, I present the graduate in the Master of Professional Information Technology, Cybersecurity, Mohammed Umair Yusuf. Presiding Officer, that concludes the presentation of the Faculty of Business, Justice and Behavioural Science graduates.
Thank you, Professor Bezo. It was wonderful to see some familiar faces cross the stage, and congratulations to you all. I now call upon Danielle Mifsud to deliver the response by graduates.
Good morning, Presiding Officer, delegates, special guests, my fellow graduates, and of course our family and friends. What a lovely day it is here today. My name is Denny, and like my fellow graduates, I am very excited to be here today to graduate after many, and for me, many, many years of hard work. The love of completing a psych degree. Firstly, congratulations to my fellow graduates for this monstrous achievement. Today marks a significant milestone, one that we have worked tirelessly to achieve. I am deeply honoured to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of all graduates here today, acknowledging the contributions of those who have supported us and made this celebration possible. To our family and friends, my goodness, we would not be here today without your wavering support and belief in our abilities. Your encouragement, understanding, and regular pep talks have been the fuel that propelled us through many challenges and setbacks today. As we celebrate our achievements, we do so with immense gratitude for your love and sacrifices. Next, I would like to express our deepest gratitude to our professors, lecturers, and all others who have assisted us to get to this point. Your guidance, wisdom, and occasional doses of humour have not only provided us with the motivation to persevere, but also imparted invaluable knowledge and insights, shaping us into the change makers of tomorrow. And to the CSU and the graduates team, thank you for creating this incredible moment for us today, allowing us to celebrate with our family and friends. I would like to also thank our guest speaker, Sarah Kruger, for taking the time out of her day and busy schedule to address us today at today's ceremony. As a token of our appreciation, I would like to present you with this gift. May I ask all graduates to show our appreciation. There goes that photo, that's all right. Lastly, what's a speech without an inspirational quote? In the words of the legendary psychologist Abraham Maslow, it seems that the necessary thing to do is to not fear mistakes, to plunge in, to do the best that we can, and hope to learn enough from the blunders to correct them eventually. So, to everyone here today, I say this: congratulations, we did it. My fellow graduates, may we continue to embrace the challenges that lie ahead with open minds and open hearts, knowing that we have the power to make a meaningful difference in this world. Thank you.
Beautifully done, Danny. Thank you. I now invite back Presiding Officer, University Council Member Leanne Haywood, OAM, to deliver the charge to graduates.
Will all graduates please stand? As newly conferred graduates of Charles Sturt University, I entrust you to use the knowledge and skills you have acquired to respectfully live well in a world worth living in. Work collaboratively with others for the benefit of your profession and community. Develop and spread wisdom to live and work in a sustainable world. Remain connected to the university and your fellow graduates through our Charles Sturt University alumni community. Please now give our new graduates a huge round of applause. Thank you, graduates. You may now be seated.
Graduates and our distinguished guests, that concludes our ceremony for today. On behalf of the Vice-Chancellor and all Charles Sturt University staff, I would like to thank you for being part of our special celebration and invite you to join us upstairs on the mezzanine for some refreshments. Please stand while the official party retires. Our graduates, our new graduates, will then follow the official party. Thank you. guests, if you'd like to follow our graduates out to the celebration. Thank you.